Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and good night. This is Shirley with Channeling Science, and this is a very angry cat because I took his place. He was sitting right on my armchair, and I took his place. He didn't agree for me to pet him, but now he calmed down. And today I'm going to do a bit of a different video. And there's another thing that I wanted to share with you that I'm doing, and that is channeled meditations. And I want to teach you how you can channel a concept and its energy, and that can help you with your own meditation. So yeah, without further ado, before I get into that, I invite you to subscribe to my channel, to like, comment, and share, and click the bell when you subscribe so you can get notifications for future videos by me. I do astro weather forecast, I do channeled messages, I channel all kinds of concepts, and I also do meditations that are very easy to follow and easy to practice. So, most of you are familiar with a mantra. That is something that you say. That is something that you say over and over again. That kind of puts your mind into a certain frequency, both because of the frequency of the mantra itself, the energy of the mantra itself. And if that is very weird to you, then I suggest that you try it. And even if you think it's really funny, try it and see what happens, because those are the type of things you don't learn by cognitively understanding them. They're the things you learn by doing, which is what my Mercury in a Mars ruled sign really, really loves. So, a concept or a word is something I can meditate on as well. And today's word is going to be contentment. And I'm going to talk about contentment after the practice. I'm going to get right into the meditation. And what you want to do is, sit comfortably, lie comfortably. Is it okay to lie? Yeah, it is okay to lie. It is okay to sit. You just need to be comfortable enough to relax. And if you're sitting, you want to try and sort of like have the tension between holding your body and being, having your spinal cord straight, which takes a little bit of contraction of the muscles and that relaxation. And that takes time to practice. So me, I'm sitting on an armchair and I have my bare feet on the ground. I'm going to get right into it. So you don't have to close your eyes, but usually it's easier. And for me, it's also easier. So I'm going to close my eyes. And the word we meditate on is contentment. So I call on the word contentment. Contentment. The sun is on my eyes. That's really beautiful. It's a weak sun. And you can sit in your comfortable chair or lie down and call on the word contentment. See what comes up. How do you feel in your body? Contentment. Just repeat that a couple of times. Contentment. Contentment. And you can keep repeating that word silently as you concentrate on that and see what energy, what sort of substance does it hold. Are there any other word attached to that? And you can kind of feel the soles of your feet against the ground if you're sitting, or the mattress or the bed or the couch against your back if you're lying down. And just feel the contrast between the body and what's not the body. While you repeat the word contentment, and the word joy wants to join us. Joy. I think of my plant. I'm going to show it later. Contentment and joy and relaxation. Try to say them all at once. Contentment, joy, relaxation. And call on the energy of turmeric. You can call on the energy of turmeric herb or turmeric essential oil. Kind of see it as that, why do I say pink? A pink rose quartz. You can call on the pink rose quartz or the Madagascar rose quartz. And they all join us today in this ceremony of ease. Improving the digestive system. And you can feel a tiny bit of desire to move. So instead of thinking all kinds of thoughts, why don't you try to move your body a little bit? A meditation does not have to be still. And you can move your body in circles or do the infinity kind of symbol. And you can move with ease and grace in your chair. You can sense that relaxation, that ease, that joy, and that contentment kind of coming up. I see my whole tonality has changed. I began calm, but now I'm calm and joyous and content. And you see how easy was that, right? It was only a couple of minutes. You can go on for as long as you like. You can put this video on and, make a little timestamp for you for when the meditation actually begins, and then just listen. You can listen over and over again. Whenever you want to, you can, go to the bathroom, take your phone and ear set with you, and do that while you're in the bathroom. Like, it's actually that short. And that's useful. So yeah, that's like my tips and tricks for when I would work and be very stressed. I would go to the bathroom, and that's where I would relax, or I would do my squats, or something that would change the atmosphere for me. And sometimes just a couple of minutes are enough to change the whole mood. And I want to show you the plant. Some in my Instagram followers may have seen it. Have they? Or if you follow my business page on Facebook, which I suspect is a hoax, having a business page on Facebook, but I tried it anyway. And this is my tree. It's called Mazel Tov, which is luck, good luck. And it's very joyous. It has a lot of joy energy. You can watch it. I hope. Is that a good angle for you, dear? Like that. Yeah. And you can see it has its little... I put my crystals on it and my rings. So that's Mazel Tov. And he wanted to be introduced. I'm going to put him here in the shade right next to me. It's not so shady. It's not so shady. It's not a bad thing that it's not so shady. And you can hop on my Instagram where I channel things daily. So about contentment, I find contentment to be a very cleansing word. It's going to cleanse your body. It's going to cleanse your body, and it's going to give you that sense of ease. And you saw at first, the word that came from me at first was release or relief. And it gives you a lot of release or relief, but you want to concentrate on that contentment, because contentment is going to cleanse and clear you. And the difference between focusing on relief and focusing on contentment, I'm going to talk about it probably also on my Instagram account, is that relief is something that if we don't practice contentment, we keep having this contraction expansion where we contract, and we feel relief. Contract, relief, contract, relief. Now, this is not a bad thing when it's, our breathing, or if we have an intuition that works by expansion and contraction. We want to contract the body and release, contract and release a couple of times until we are ready to receive messages. If you're intuitive through expansion and contraction, that can very well ground you. And it's great against anxiety, or, exam anxiety for those of you who are students, or any sort of anxiety. It's a very good trick. But when we keep having just expansion and contraction, and we don't have that hold of joy, of contentment within, then we are in a rat race. And then we will keep creating strenuous situations in our lives to resolve them, because that is what we're addicted to. And that can create a lot of relationship drama, crises at work and career, crises in life, unease with the financial situation. I know the financial situation is now externally difficult, so I'm very careful when I say that. This is not, you change your mindset about money and the money is going to change. It's not necessarily that, but there are the parts where we can ease on our financial situation, and that is to have a self-state management, in the sense that commerce does not become a craving. And I have Mercury in the second house in Aries. I know that commerce is a craving thingy. I love to buy and sell things. I love commerce. I love trading, and not with stocks necessarily, because they're like a bubble. They're like a constant bubble. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, and that there can be very good things about that, but I just love purchases, and but you have to maintain that sense of contentment, and contentment is going to cleanse you. It's also cleansing of memories. So there can be memories of things that come to be released from your body. Contentment can allow that, because once we sit in ease for a while, we can allow things to come. But what you keep doing is keep focusing on that contentment. And when you focus on that contentment, in the beginning it can be difficult, but later you cleanse yourself, and then you have words like joy coming in, like ease coming in, a relaxation. And relaxation, you also want to keep going back to contentment, because relaxation is a lot like relief, right? Relaxing the muscles is feeling relief. And you want to stay on the contentment as far as you can hold. That alone will keep you satisfied for longer periods. Not in the sense of starvation from pleasures, not at all, but it keeps an inner anchor of contentment with your life, and joy with your life. That is a buffer. We are dealing with a lot of changes right now. Mercury is conjuncting Mars in the T-square, squaring Saturn, and opposition in Uranus. We are dealing with, three types of energies, and the way to balance the T-square is through the opposite sign to the T point, which is Saturn. So we kind of have to lean back to Leo, and Leo is a fixed fire sign. It's not exactly something you can lean back on without burning yourself. Leo is amazing for many things. Hey, for keeping the fire alive. But it's not something we can lean back on. And if you want to lean back on your Taurus, those of you who are having a stellium in Scorpio, like me, you want to lean back on your Taurus, you got Uranus there. You still want to lean back on your Taurus, but you got Uranus there. We're very shaken. We're very shaken, and Saturn is at home, but it is at home in an earth sign, a fixed air sign, yes, but it's, what is fixed air? Either you make the analogy of an air that's standing in the room and needs refreshment, or is something that is not actually fixed. It's something that is relatively, it's not a storm, but it is also not land that you can lean on. And Scorpio is deep waters, fixed waters, so it's also not waters that you can lean on. And Taurus is like the only thing that's like a fixed earth sign that is shaken. So financially, and in all things related to the Taurus house in your chart, the place where you want to relax into is shaken. So you need to practice meditations, and that is, who more than a person with the nervous system in Aries knows that meditation, and for me it's opposition in Pluto, so it's kind of like complete. If I start thinking, it's all the way in, and it's not done till it's done. So I know how difficult it is to relax, but to call in a word and to kind of bring its energies to the body and see what's going on in the body when you bring in another energy of that word, of that mantra, is kind of cleansing, and it doesn't take too long, and you can keep practicing it. We really need that, because our only anchor in many ways is us, and we feel it more than ever now. It's not that it's different. It's not that it's different in other times. But in other times we have stuff around us, people around us, substances around us, food around us. And then we don't feel it. We feel like we can lean on these things that are external to us. And we need them for survival, some of them, right? There's only much you can go without food, without nourishing food. And I talk about it a lot in my Instagram account. But what you want to do is develop that inner anchor. Inner anchor into joy, into contentment, into some place that is nice for you to be around. So yeah, that was our short little meditation. You can do the timestamps for when it begins and ends, and kind of watch it over and over again. And I'll see you in my next video. Do subscribe to my channel. Click the bell for notifications to know when there are more meditations, more astrological forecasts, more of those juicy things. I do readings. I do intuitive readings, and I do astrological readings that are also intuitive, because I work both cognitively and intuitively, which is amazing if you don't have a birth time, for example. If you don't have a birth time, then we don't have the houses. It doesn't mean that I cannot give you information. I will just be complementing it with channeling. So that's it for me for now. If you want to book a session with me, you can go to my Instagram, that's Shirley Youngblood, or Twitter, that's Tali Shear, and we can set up a meeting. I receive Ethereum or the equivalent of Bitcoin, or bank transference, but that's like my payment options. So you want to be prepared on that, and you want to be prepared on that because that's where we're heading. That's where we're heading. So yeah, have a lovely day, night, whenever you watch this. I was Shirley with Channeling Science. I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.